Hello, my name is Hudson. I am a sophomore at Oakland University. In this semester, I am traveling, studying abroad in Kansai Gadai in Japan. This is my little project to keep track of everything I've done, everything I will do, and maybe inspire someone else to travel abroad because I highly recommend it, and it is quite the experience. Hi, I'm keeping a 6 foot pole distance from me in weekly long videos because that was way too long, and I had a hard time remembering everything. So, hi. It is currently Monday night. It's Sunday. It's Tuesday morning. It is 2 minutes into Tuesday. Today I'm going to be recapping Sunday, Saturday, and Monday. Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, if I know my words. Saturday was pretty boring in regards to doing anything. I did nothing. I stayed here. I did homework. I just hung out here. I did homework. I studied. Not really. Nothing entertaining. Um, Sunday, yesterday was a little more entertaining. And the beginning of the morning, I did a lot more homework. I had like 3 other pages of Japanese homework to do. I had a worksheet, then I had a front and back piece of paper that I needed to do, and then as well as 2 more pages out of my workbook. And I was doing that in the morning. I didn't finish it, but I went out to lunch with some friends. We went down to there's a mall in between T Site and Kansai Gaidai, and we went and had ramen there. Well, they had ramen, and I had a noodle rice Korean kimchi pork egg bowl that was delicious. It was super good. The bowl was like cooked with the everything was cooked inside the bowl, at least to a degree, and there was a raw egg just placed on top, and my egg cooked inside the bowl. That's how hot it was. I didn't burn myself, surprisingly enough, but I think I might have charred my chopsticks. Um, Super tasty, and we wandered around, and I may or may not have purchased something that I definitely didn't need, but is super awesome. And I'm debating whether, yeah, I've showed you, I've told you about it. Now I have to tell you. But I keep it right next to, I'm going to try and keep it off camera the best I can because it's funny. I have it right next to me just to play with. You have like 12 seconds to guess. Like just in your head, just try and guess what it is. I can guarantee you that it is nothing a functioning adult would ever purchase when they're on their own, and they should be saving money and not impulse buying something to mess around with your friends. 12 seconds is up. I bought a Nerf gun. Look how cool it looks though. I'm pretty sure it's like Ultra from Ultraman. I don't know if you can read that. It's not Artolu. It's Ultra. But I'm realizing that flipping it around is going to help because it's still mirrored. But it's awesome. There's a little bitty magazine in here. Um, it sounds cool when I load it. It has these darts, which are not actually like hollow or anything. They're like little missiles, um, and they're like cork. Like I'm genuinely squeezing it right now. You can see my fingers flexing. It's a solid dart, like a, and it's a weapon of mass destruction because I've shot it a couple times. I lost one dart temporarily, and it turns out it was like the furthest that it could have gone down the hallway. So, and it also has like brass knuckles, so I can brain someone if I miss. But let's see if I can. I'm gonna hit that target. I'm gonna hit that piece of paper right there. And you're gonna see how hard this thing hits. It hits like a truck. It's all the way back over here, and you hear how loud that was. It's midnight. I shouldn't have done that. Oops! I dropped my textbook. And the bullet is completely fine. The inside is completely dry. So yeah, this is my impulse buy, but it's fun. And the friends that I went and ate with both also got Nerf guns too. So whenever they think that they're safe, I can prove them wrong. Stay strapped and or get clapped. Those are the words I live by. um, After we got back from that, we had a little Nerf war. That's when I lost a bullet for the first time. I spent like 10 minutes looking for it. I got tagged in the eye. That was pretty cool. Um, one of the people I went with bought another pistol, smaller than mine. This is same darts, and the other person bought a shotgun. And that's what tagged me in the eye. That hurt. That eye was open and everything. I was crying. It was a mess. I was laughing, but it hurt. Um, After that, I finished the rest of my homework that I was doing. I finished reviewing something I helped someone on um, with homework that we have, collective homework that we had in my culinary class. It was like a little bitty mini quiz, kind of / test that I had already taken, and I helped them get a little bit better score than I did because I thought I took good notes. I still do think I took good notes, but there were some things that, like for example, there are two things that have similar, like there's one thing I don't know, okay, names of the two things I don't remember, but each of those different things there's 5 principles of this thing, and then there's like 3 pillars of this thing, and I forgot which of this thing or this thing that the pillars or the principles belong to. So that's one of the questions that I messed up on. There was a familiar food question that I recognized 2 of the foods, but I have a list of familiar foods that was saying, oh, if these are on a test, if you need to write about these are the familiar foods you should recognize. The 2 other foods in the list of like, are these familiar foods, weren't on my list. So it was labeled, I labeled it as no, they're not familiar foods because you've got half the list wrong. But apparently I was wrong. So I wonder if I can contest that in court, but we'll find out tomorrow. That's when I have class next. Um, After that was all said and done, it was a little bit later, but I went to go see a movie. First time I've ever seen a movie in Japan. Turns out English subtitles are a precious commodity, normally revolving around when I watch anything on my computer. Which means that I watched the One Piece Red movie in a language that I don't understand, reading a language that's foreign to me. Although I was very proud of myself being able to keep up like with what I heard. I recognized the sounds and I recognized the characters. The sounds meant nothing to me. The characters, I understand the sounds and the characters, but the words together, not a clue. But I could read in the same pace that the people were talking, so that was pretty cool. But other than that, between the fights and the sound, like the music was amazing. The music is super cool. I didn't realize how big of a fan of Ado that I was until Sunday. It's really really cool. She has a crazy voice. She's like, closest thing I can compare her without ruining it is like Lizzie Hale, but like the Japanese Lizzie Hale, which sounds like an oversimplification, but some of like the gnarly vocals that she hits are very similar, and they're super cool. Um, so did that. That was fun. Came back. I also got from said movie, since it was the first weekend first week. No, it's promotional something, but I got a little bitty card that says I was in fact there. This is the guy in red. That's Shanks, and that's Luffy. And then I got these little books. It's kind of a glare. They're both art books. They're both by Jump Comics. So this is showing you the voice, and then so you have Ado, which is on this one. I don't know if that's right or left for you guys, but this is Ado. She's technically like no one knows what she looks like, so she has a digital representation. So that's Ado, and then this is Uta, Rainbow Dash, That's her voice actor. And then this one is more official art, with more for other characters and kind of like the monster that was in. I'm not going to show you. I'm not going to spoil anything. But this isn't. This is promotional. This isn't spoiling nothing. I mean, you can see here in the trailer. So, I lived to another day. To live another day. I lived to live another day. So that was Sunday, and then today, um, oops, I woke up. I went to class. We had a quiz on some of the vocabulary words. I think I did pretty well. I don't remember most. I remembered all but one for sure. And I've begun to spell my name properly in katakana, which is a strong foot forward for me. Today we were talking about some sentence structure, but in asking like, "Do you want to do this?" kind of sentence. Not like "I do this on Sunday at 9 o'clock." It was a "Shut up." It's asking someone if they're interested in doing something with you. So, like, would you like to go to the cafe and drink coffee tomorrow at 7? Which is a long sentence, which ends up being like 7 o'clock tomorrow, 7 o'clock, coffee, drink. You want to go? Just kind of like this, how it's structured out. I don't want Asaka Shichiji ni cafe de coffee o namimasen ka? I think that's actually perfect. I think I actually just nailed that. Let's go. But masen ka is, so you have like the sen, it's like negative form of nomi. Nomu is to drink. Nomimas is drinking. Nomimasen is not drinking. And then nomimasen ka is, it sounds good. Like, would you drink? Like, you have so like nomimasen is negative. You're questioning the negative of the sentence. So if you're like, no, that's probably the best way to put it. So, like, this is a pen, yeah. So you're questioning, or no, it would be more like, this isn't a pen, right? So you'd be questioning the negativity of the sentence, and then you're defining all of the other characteristics of what you are expressing in the beforehand, which is still the sentence structure of this language is so cool. But and then to the response would be like, sumimasen ka, and then so if sumimasen is pardon me or excuse me, or like kind of I'm sorry in a way. Sumimasen ka is like I'm sorry, but, and like you're adding a condition to the why you're asking to be excused. Sumimasen ka ashita chotto, and you're supposed to leave chotto kind of up in the air. Pardon me, at least in the sentence that we used, like chotto, it would be sorry, but tomorrow ashita is chotto, it's a little inconvenient, and then you would respond, be like, so desu ka? そうですね。じゃあ、今日の今晩だ、ですよ。ですよ。どうですよ? Which is, I see. Well then is this evening, which is kyo. Kyo is today. No, konban is evening. So tonight. No, konban would be tonight. So I could just say konban. Today's evening makes no sense. Just so this evening. So, じゃあ、今晩どうですよ? No, 今晩ですか? Yeah, ですか? Because you're still asking, you're still opening up to a question. So, そうですか? じゃあ、今晩ですか? どうですか? And so you're asking like, okay, is that good? Desu, so you're making a statement again, and then ka. So does tonight work, or is tonight well? And then you'd say, hi, konban, konban. I forgot the ending sentence. That wasn't my part. My partner did the other end of that sentence. But it was desio. It ended with desio, which is a statement like, yes, this works. I don't remember what it was. Hopefully, I never have to say it. Whatever. Um, but then it was stuff like that. So like, you want to go to this, you want to do this, you want to play tennis tomorrow at 6, stuff like that. And we did that for the entirety of the class. And we also asked, what time do you do this? What time do you um, just to reiterate sentence structure in regards to time, because there are conditions to when ni, or the the preemptive article for time is used, and time is used in regards to day, like naming a day, um, nachi, nichiyobi, which is Sunday, nichiyobi, or then time, like actual o'clock hours. You don't use ni when you are saying um, today, this weekend, this evening. So still time reference terms, but more vague and less specific, I guess. So, and we can also use ni in regards to location, which is super fun because it's the same friggin' article, but I guess it works out well because so if you're leaving at a time to go to a certain place that is your destination, like you're not there yet performing an activity, but you will be there to perform an activity, you would use ni for in regards to the time under the previously mentioned conditions, as well as um, like the destination. So like at 6, we're going to the library and study Japanese. 6時に図書館に日本を勉強します。勉強します。勉強し 勉強し is 勉強る is to study. 勉強します is studying, and 勉強しません is not studying. But then the sentence, I forgot what I was saying. I'm trying to like continue to teach myself Japanese. Even it's so much fun. It's ridiculous. A lot of fun. I've never had this fun learning a language. I loved taking French in high school. It's such a pretty language, but it wasn't as complex, and it didn't make me think like this. And every time I think more about it, it just makes me. It's just so much fun. And I really want to take it when I get back to Eau Claire, but I feel like I'm gonna hate it because of how American universities make languages suck. Considering like the readings you do, well, that's also on a higher level. Oh wait, I already had this thought process. I know exactly how I'm gonna take Japanese. I'm not gonna do it through university. I'll get a tutor. I'll get an online program, whatever it takes. Probably tutor. Online programs suck. If you have Rosetta Stone, you know what I'm talking about. You just want to pull out your eyes and like put them into a blender. That's a very powerful visual. You're welcome for that. Yucky. Um, but today I was doing. Um, there was a meeting, a resident meeting that I should have gone to. However, I went to the cafeteria a little bit beforehand, and I had curry rice, which was delightful, by the way. I had for breakfast. I had a Pop Tart. My breakfast last lunch. Um, and I came back here and just messed around and did homework. Uh, I ate. I had a lot of food today. Like today was a big day for food for no other reason aside from I was invited after my nap to go to a restaurant. And it's the restaurant actually on the bottom floor of building 6 and Nakamiya campus. So we walked all the way over there. These were the same people that I bought Nerf guns with. And I will end up posting pictures on Instagram of the food that I had. It was so good. It was so good. It was a little bitty salad, a little bitty side salad, which was okay, just negligible. The dressing was delicious, even after my curry rice, which I was not. I was full. I was full. But by the time we got there, by the time I smelled food, I was hungry again. But considering I only had a Pop Tart and then a little bit of curry, I'm not surprised that I don't feel bloated and gross. I haven't eaten a lot today, so. But I had the side salad. Then I ordered like a single person. It was a margarita pizza. I haven't had pizza since before I left, and that was like a month before I left. It was so good. The flavors were super good. It wasn't super. Margarita pizza is a little soggy to begin with because it's just margarita pizza. It's thin. It's not, you know, to make it crispy, is you basically have to burn it. But this was a little droopy. I didn't mind. I thought it was tasty. It was a little doughy, but the flavors were super tasty. It was really good. The basil was really strong. I really like basil. It makes me want caprese salad. I probably can make caprese salad. I just threw up my tomatoes because they're moldy. That was my bad. But then as well, but so the set that I had, it came with like a water and it was refilled regularly. I never had to flag someone down to get a drink. My salad, I had a whole pizza to myself, somewhat, and then it came with a dessert, like a cafe dessert, like a slice of something special. Why am I stuttering? I don't have a stutter. I feel like I'm gonna get a stutter just from talking about the fact that I don't have a stutter. But I had a piece of cake. It was like a angel food cake kind of. It was so light. It was huge. First of all, the piece was gigantic, but it was so light and fluffy that I didn't feel even like more full afterwards. It was just tasty. It was marbled white and chocolate cake with a marshmallowy kind of whipped cream frosting. Very tasty. And then I just came back not too long ago, and I've been hanging out with uh, uh, one of the guys I went to eat with. Just got a Switch for the first time, and so we were hanging out playing Pokemon together, which is pretty cool. They were playing Shining Pearl, and it's super cute because it's been revamped. And the old Pearl was on the 2DS and it's got Palkia, it's got Dialga, it's got Manaphy. It's super cute, but then the one that it's remastered, it's 3D. It's still like the 2D kind of feel to it, but it's not. It's the 2D style, but it's made 3D, kind of like Link's Awakening. If anyone knows what Link's Awakening is, um, but imagine, I don't know if you played a Pokemon game, an old Pokemon game, you know what it looks like. Pokemon Platinum, you got red, you got black, you got white, you got Pearl, you got Diamond, you got it's think of a generation right before X and Y, but then make it good looking. That's what it looked like. It was really cool. You had like the top down thing. It was 3D. You can move in circles instead of your regularly scheduled program of just X and Y coordinates on the Pokemon. Um, the moves looked good. Everything. It was actually really pretty. And eventually, maybe this weekend, we're gonna go to a Poke Center, and I can get a Pokemon. Don't worry about Pikachu over there; he's fine. But I want to pre-order Pokemon Scarlet because how cool would it be to get a Pokemon game here? In the home of Pokemon. I think it'd be super cool, and I can't wait to talk about Pokemon in my monsters class, which is happening tomorrow. And I have my presentation. My veins are super. What's going on here? I have my Inugami presentation tomorrow. Turns out Inugami are sad. Like that, those stories suck. They're sad. I'm not gonna tell you until after my presentation, just in case. No spoilers, but I'll give you the rundown afterwards. That has been my day. I'm realizing now that I started this at 02, right? It is now 25 minutes afterwards. It's 12:30. I have class soon, sooner than I'd care to admit, and my eyes are tired. I don't know if you can tell how long my eyebrows have been raised. It's trying to keep my eyes open. If I relax, I'm gonna fall asleep. But I also need a shower because I'm stinky. I've had a good day. I've had a very eventful day. I love hanging out with people. It doesn't always work out that I get to hang out with people. So, because it's just fun, and I love doing it. So, yeah, that's been my day. That's been my 3 days. About 3 days. Probably update again on Wednesday or Thursday. 2 to 3 days seems to be my regularly my schedule. But I guess we'll see. Thank you for coming by. Thanks for hanging out with me. I know that I say these are fun, but it's not like I dread doing them. It's just inconvenient to recap my whole day. But then by the time I actually get done doing it, I have fun doing it. So yes, call me all the names you want. I get it. But thank you. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for listening. We'll see you again soon. Hopefully you learned something. I feel like I always talk about Japanese and trying to teach what I've learned. Whatever. Arigato.